and I work in the science department, but I'm going to talk to you today about AIM's class. Every single one of you has a class that's scheduled on your schedule as period 10, which is funny even though we don't have a period 10. So what we have is you have 8 classes, 1st through 8th. But we have an A-B schedule. So 1 through 4 classes, 1 through 4th period, you will go on A day, and B day will be 5 through 8th period. But at the end of every day, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, you have an additional class at the end of the day that is called AIM. Now, AIM is going to be an advisory period. We will not hold it on Fridays. So every Friday, whatever day, A day or B day, you're just going to go home after your last class for that day. So Monday through Thursday, you will have this AIM class. It's only about 35 minutes long, and the first 15 minutes is going to be all about reading. Some of you are going to be so super psyched about this, and some of you are going to be like, why? But it doesn't matter. We're all going to work towards reading. We're all going to get better at reading. So you need to bring a book to AIM's class pretty much every single day, because you will be reading for 15 minutes. We're going to call it silent sustained reading, which means everybody's quiet so everyone can focus on their book. Now, some classes may elect to read books together as a group, and that's great. But everybody will be reading for this first 15 minutes of AIM class. Now, the rest of the class, about 20-ish minutes worth, is going to be for you to work on your stuff from the day. Maybe you need to do math homework, science homework. You need to work on an art project you're not making fast enough progress in class on. Anything you didn't get done in class, that's what this last 20 minutes of the day is for. It's to help you get started on that, help you maybe to finish that so you don't have to do homework at all at home, which would be ideal, right? So use that time wisely. Now, last year we had a program similar to this called Longhorn Pride. Our 8th and 9th graders are very familiar with that, but our 7th graders, you don't care because you weren't here, so it's all good. So this program's a little bit different. Last year you were able to travel a day a week or some couple days a week during some of that time of the year to a different teacher by getting a pink pass from that teacher to request that you get to come in and retake a test or do some kind of assignment that you needed help with. That's not the same as last year. So we still are going to have an intervention, but interventions are going to happen on a teacher request student kind of basis. So most of the time what we're going to have is teachers are going to evaluate kids and how they did the week before, and they're going to pull in kids that aren't quite getting what's going on. They're not quite understanding the topic, or maybe they're almost there but they need a little bit of help to get to the rest of the topic to be able to be proficient or to be a master in that topic. So what happens on those days is you're going to be pulled in, but you're not necessarily maybe going to request that. Now, how you know if you're actually being requested on a specific day. We're actually going to have intervention every single day that we have AIM class. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, and those are all the days because that's 4 days. Anyway, so you're going to know because there's going to be a sheet in every single classroom before AIM starts projected up on either a TV or a projector screen. Let me show you what that looks like. That's what's here in the background on my computer screen. Let me get myself out of the way. Okay, so right here, here's Monday's sheet. You see, here are all the teachers that get to request kids on Monday. Not every teacher gets to request kids every single day. Only about 10 teachers get to request kids on any given day. So this day, for example, would be Mrs. Bittner. Let's say your name is William Farrell. You are going to be requested by Mrs. Bittner here. She needs to call you in, so you know that because you see this list. But you can't just run off to her class. You've got to talk to your AIM teacher first, or you're going to get marked absent. So here is what you do. You go straight to your AIM class right after 4th period or 8th period, depending on if it's an A day or a B day. Once you get there, you're going to go up to the projection. You're going to look for your name. They all should be in alphabetical order. That one's clearly not in alphabetical order, but it should be. And you're going to scan for your name real quick. If your name's not on the list, fine. Cool, no big deal. What you're going to do is you're just going to get your reading book out and you're going to get ready for silent sustained reading. If your name happens to be on the list, the first thing you need to do is talk to your AIM teacher and say, hey, my name's on the list. I've got to go to, example, Mrs. Bittner's class. Your AIM teacher says, cool, see you later. And you take off and you don't come back to AIM for the rest of the period, the rest of the day. You finish your class out in Mrs. Bittner's class. Now, here's the trick. You have to get there before the bell rings. So what you need to do after 4th or 8th period is you need to go directly to your AIMS class. You need to check for your name on the list. You need to check in with your teacher, telling them that you are present so you don't get marked absent and get a tardy. Or truancy, sorry. And then you need to book it to whatever room's requesting you. And you need to get there before the bell rings. That's going to be the hard part. That's going to be the kicker. The first week, we're going to kind of be a little bit loose about that, give you an opportunity to see how this works, get it down a little bit faster. But after that, we're going to be marking pretty darn tight on that tardy rule. So make sure you're doing those 2 things. 1, checking the list. 2, check in with your teacher. I said 2, but 3 things. And 3, get your behind to the teacher you need to be at before the bell rings. Now, every day that we have this AIM class, so Monday here, this will be projected on Monday. And then Tuesday's sheet will be projected for Tuesday. Wednesday will be projected for Wednesday. And Thursday will be projected for Thursday. Now, again, you are not requesting to travel. Kids do not travel every day just because they decided they need to go see a teacher. But instead, the teachers will be requesting students. So that is our main difference from the last Longhorn Pride that we had. All right. If you have any questions now it's time to turn this time over to your teachers and have them talk about how that they're going to run the class, what kind of rules they expect you to abide by. Okay, see you later.